Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Yeah, this is like a little different video. As you can see, it's an hour long. It's a little podcast between me and my mom. Uh, we have fun conversations here and there, and we thought might as well record them and see what other people think about our conversations. If you like them, you like them. If you don't, whatever. Anyways, enjoy.
So what's going on in your country?
What's going on in America right now?
Okay, as a be patient with me. Sorry that I'm like so unprofessional, okay?
I'm being patient. I'm just trying to think of what's going on with America right now. There's so much that it's hard to keep track of.
So what's on your mind first?
Uh, WWE. Uh, WWE.
WWE. Yes.
John Cena came back. He's on his last run. He said this is the last year, and then he's retiring. And
Excuse me. And that's serious?
it's pretty serious because last night he turned to a bad guy the first time in his career. He became a bad guy. He became the bad guy. He's teaming with The Rock. It's him and The Rock. Team
The Rock,
The
Dwayne
Rock,
Johnson.
Dwayne Johnson, because Dwayne Johnson now owns WWE
In real life.
in real life. Dwayne Johnson,
Seriously?
yes, Dwayne Johnson owns the company that owns WWE.
Wow.
Yep,
That was a power move.
yep,
After making a whole bunch of shitty movies.
yeah. I
See,
mean, I
that's what
guess it
I'm
was
talking
worth
about.
it.
You gotta know your lane. You gotta know when to surf on a different wave.
I guess it was worth it because now he owns WWE. So,
Because McMahon had like some problems, right? Otherwise,
uh, I don't think it was that.
didn't he
I
have
think.
legal problems though?
Oh yeah, 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 yeah. He had some legal problems. I mean, he stepped
And the
down.
company was messed up. I mean, the company was like not so good to work for or whatever.
Yeah, he stepped down like a year before, and then
Yeah. And then wife is right now busy dismantling the Department of Education.
yeah, that whole thing. Yeah.
How much did he buy it for? Now that's the news you should have started up with. I
Uh,
don't know about that.
I think he bought it for like 1.3 billion, something like that. It was something
Yeah, I know
crazy.
it's gonna be a B behind that one.
Yeah,
For sure, for sure, for sure,
yeah.
for sure. Yeah, because that's The Rock, The Undertaker,
But also,
China, rest in peace. And but I don't like him no more because he did asshole shit. Oh no 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 no. But H,
the company that he owns also bought UFC too.
really?
Yeah, so they have UFC and WWE under their belt.
But he's isn't UFC Dana something something?
Dana White, yeah, they bought it.
But he's what? Not the owner.
He's not the owner, but he's like the face now, kind of. I guess
Okay.
it's like Triple H because Triple H technically runs all the day-to-day operations of WWE.
Yeah
It's just The Rock is just the general. He's just the guy that owns
yeah.
it. He just comes in and is like, "Hey,
Huge. So now he's also back in the game.
yeah, a little bit, a little
He's
bit."
fighting. Is he fighting or is he just like
He
showing up? Like McMahon would show up and be tough and
he's kind of well for the past year. He's kind of just been showing up because the current
mm-hmm,
champion is Cody
mm-hmm,
Rhodes, who
mm-hmm,
beat Roman Reigns last year, and Roman Reigns is The Rock's cousin.
mm-hmm.
I think that bloodline, that whole thing is just confusing. But anyways, Roman Reigns was going around being like, I'm the tribal chief, I'm the bloodline, I'm the tribal chief, I'm the one who sits at the table." And Cody Rhodes came in and was like, "No, I no, I'm gonna beat you. I'm gonna take that championship. I'm gonna finish my story." because like he never won
Yeah.
a WWE championship before, so that was his whole
Yeah.
thing. And now he's
Are we
finally won
recording?
one, huh?
Are we recording?
Yeah, we're recording.
Damn. Okay. Okay. Go ahead. I thought that was drama. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Yeah. So Roman Roman Reigns loses ultimately to Cody Rhodes at WrestleMania last year, and
Hmm.
the Rock was involved in the fight because it was like they're like they had the whole faction. The whole faction was called Bloodline, the Bloodline, because they're like it's a family thing. So it's just
I
because everyone in
understand.
the
I
family
understand.
is in wrestling, and
Yes.
they were like the Rock came was trying to help Roman Reigns beat him. Then
Hmm.
then the Rock disappeared for a year again because of course he's
Hmm.
doing other things, Hollywood stuff,
Yeah.
and So then he comes
Yeah.
back. That just dropped. Anyways, he comes back in I think December or something, or January, and he's like, Cody, I'm I'm coming back just to beat you. And then he disappears for another month, and then he comes back.
Yes.
He comes back like 2 weeks ago, and he's like, Cody, I can give you anything you want as long as you
Hmm.
join me. You could become the face of this brand. You could become whatever, whatever, whatever. I'll
Yeah.
offer you whatever. You could take months off and you could see your family. You could be with your daughter that was just born. You could do all this stuff.
Yeah.
And he's offering him all this stuff. And then to Saturday? Yeah, I guess that would be yesterday technically. Uh
Hmm.
Cody Rhodes yesterday was Survivor Series, and John Cena returned, I think a month ago, and was like, "Hey, this is my last run, but I'm gonna win the WWE Championship for the 17th time, making me the most, making me the wrestler that has won the championship the most out of anyone in the world." So he's like, "I'm coming back just for that championship, and I'm gonna do that for my fans, for me, for everyone." and, and then he comes he loses the Royal Rumble. He's like, damn.
Hmm.
But then he has one more chance at Survivor Series, which just happened yesterday, and he wins. And he beats CM Punk. He beats all these other wrestlers that could have gone. Like anyone was like, anyone could win this match. Really, everyone was like, anyone could win. We really don't know what the story WWE is going with. So John Cena wins, and then The Rock comes down to the ring, and is no wait, see, Cody Rhodes comes down to the ring and he congratulates John Cena. He's like, "Man, you really did it! Can't wait to face you at WrestleMania." Yada yada yada. Then The Rock comes down, and he's like,
Hmm.
"Cody, have you thought about my proposal? Will you join me?"
Hmm.
And and Cody also WWE is now on Netflix, so
Okay. Yes, I saw that.
they
Yes.
get away with a lot more things now. So Cody Rhodes
Yes.
says, "Fuck no." on on live television, and that's the first time we've ever
Wow.
heard a fuck from anyone in the WWE.
Yeah.
Bro, everyone was like,
Yes.
"What?" He just said it,
Yeah.
and then John
Yes.
Cena's in the back clapping, and then he
Um,
shakes Cody Rhodes' hand. He pulls him into like a dap, like a hug, and then The
mhm.
Rock is looking at him at John Cena, and he's like,
Mhm.
and then
Ooh.
they beat him up.
Mhm.
They then John Cena beats him
Mhm.
up, and everyone's like, we saw it coming, but for it to happen still is kind of crazy because John Cena was the good guy his whole career. Like he was the baby face, he was the good guy. He was always
Yeah, like I watched it a lot when I first got with your dad because he watched it religiously, and because I love The Rock and I love China
yeah.
and a couple of other ones. But Cena, I wasn't already not even like following it like
Yeah,
that
yeah.
anymore. So I don't have no. I
It
know
was
Cena more from his movies.
yeah, but in his WWE, he was basically the guy that was holding up the company for so long. Because during that time
Yes.
period, a lot of like it wasn't they weren't really putting on that great of TV for most people. They were like the quality is kind of it's kind of
Yeah.
hit or miss most of the times. Sometimes they really hit, and most of the time it's like This could have been better.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
for so John Cena was holding up for like 10, 15 years because all the other stars are either old or retired by that at that point. So that he was just holding them up, and he was keeping them alive, and everyone was like, "Thank you for John Cena." And now he's finally a heel, and he's like, "This is my moment. I'm taking it." And I think he might beat Cody Rhodes at WrestleMania, which will be something for him. He said he has 10 months left on this WWE contract that he has. So
Sure they're gonna let him go out because he was big, or he is
yeah,
big.
he's everyone calls him the goat of wrestling.
Yeah.
He's known as the greatest of all time to do it, and everyone's like, we're willing for him to have a 17 championship. We don't care at this
You
point.
mean one of the greatest or the
No, the
greatest?
greatest of all time. He's known as the
Really?
MJ of WWE. He's the MJ of wrestling.
MJ of wrestling. That's a
That
huge title.
honestly, he's more like LeBron than MJ. Honestly, he's more like a LeBron of wrestling. Because just for how long he was at the top of the company, and just for how
Mm-hmm.
long he kept it going and kept enough people interested in order to keep the company afloat, was like
Because he
very
kind of
impressive.
low key was like a Captain America. Even his
Exactly.
looks, blue eye,
Yep.
typical American boy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Always like, proper. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? He represented that kind of thing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean that by per your description, and that is always something everybody loves a hero.
Yeah. And now he's the bad
But
guy.
I mean, The Rock started evil. Nobody liked The Rock.
Yeah. The Rock started
Yeah,
evil.
in the beginning, you
And
know.
now
So he might still even turn it around. I don't think he's gonna leave out. It's just got to
it's
keep it
it's
entertaining.
story. It's story. So I'm like, I get it. I get it why he's
Yeah,
turning heel. It makes sense.
yeah, yeah,
And
yeah,
like the Rock's offering it like, oh, I can get you in big Hollywood movies too. And it's like, well, yeah, of
yeah,
course John Cena wants to do that. That's his next
yeah,
like level. That's his next step out of WWE.
yeah. Mhm,
So it's like, I can't wait for WrestleMania. It's gonna be cool.
mhm,
A lot,
mhm,
lot of cool storylines. A lot of cool
mhm.
storylines.
So I thought like serious news,
Oh, serious news?
depressing news, or something.
I don't. I don't feel like talking
So
about
I
it.
was totally shocked and took off guard when you started with wrestling. I'm like, wrestling, okay,
Um,
but cool to know now that The Rock, Dwayne Johnson bought this enterprise. I like that.
serious news. LeBron.
And the UFC. That's big shit.
LeBron is playing really well
Hmm.
still. He's still playing really well.
Okay. Yes, because last time we didn't really talk about it, but
Yeah.
it was the game, and the game was good. And Doncic is a good addition to the team.
Yeah.
There were lots of happy people,
Yeah.
and so go on.
Uh, Luka Doncic had another great game on. I think we played Friday against the
Hmm.
Clippers. Austin Reeves are he's like he's like the third star on the team. He's averaging like what 20 points a game now. It's like insane because it's like he's undrafted and no one knew him, and then out of nowhere it's like, oh, he's really good. He's really good at basketball, guys. So we're all happy about that. But he got injured with like a calf strain. Luca pulled up and was like, you know what? I'm gonna take over, and he put up
Okay.
31.
Okay.
LeBron had like 20 something, 20, 28. LeBron's still playing like he's 30 now. It's kind of weird. We've never seen this in any type of player. It's like, yeah, he's still playing like like he's young still, which is weird.
It's a mental state. It's not the body. The body follows the
Well,
mind.
at this point, it
Sorry, I
has to
don't mean
be.
to be metaphysical.
At
That's what it is.
at this point, it has to be because this man he's put up
And if
multiple
you
30-point games this season.
certain like ways to achieve certain physical feats sometimes take time to really develop and to listen to your body system. But once you make up your mind and you're strong in that, and then the body will follow.
Yeah,
That's a good example for us to recognize how much power we have. Yeah, yeah, yeah. But that's cool. But
I
then
like
I'm glad that you're happy because I feel bad for you when you debut. And last season you was kind of a little bit like,
last season was
yeah.
we
I remember some
we made the
talks.
playoffs, but we lost immediately in the first round, and I was like, I knew that was gonna happen. But
Yeah,
this year they're saying we could make the championship, and I'm like,
yeah,
we could do it. We could mess
yeah,
around and win a chip. We
yeah,
could mess around and do that, but I don't think it's gonna happen. The likelihood
yeah.
of it happening is not very high, but we could do it
Yeah.
if we play right.
Oh, and wait, let me add. Of course, LeBron James also puts extremely a lot of money into his health and his physical well-being.
Yeah, yeah. There's also
But
that.
it's still a mental thing. And
It
this is now on a totally different topic. You know of this guy? I forgot his name, but he's this tech, not tech, but he became some kind of billionaire in some way. I think finance or whatever.
yeah.
And he invested. He injects his 18-year-old son blood because he wants to stay young forever. And
That's
he has this. Have you heard of this guy? And he has this very
no.
extreme regimen of pills, and he always eats the same certain diet, and it basically reverses aging in his body.
That's insane.
Ooh.
There's a limit to things. Like LeBron's a billionaire, but also a professional athlete. He's a
Yeah,
tech financial billionaire who doesn't do professional athletes. It's like one,
yeah, but he works out every day and stuff.
yeah, working out every day is normal. Yeah, that's normal. But it seems like he's going that extra mile for something that he doesn't need to do.
Also, I think it's to me it seems like a bit obsessive.
Yeah,
And eating and life is also supposed to be fun, and to me, I just like a balance,
yeah,
of healthiness, of indulgence, and I'd rather just age before
yeah,
I totally live like, but to each his own. So I'm not
yeah,
judging. And I think too, I mean, black don't crack, so what can I say? That's all I'm gonna say right now.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And this gentleman is of the Eurasian persuasion. So,
yeah. He's gonna look old when he looks old. But
yeah.
LeBron, that
Mhm.
I keep feed is just like I get like at least 5 LeBron edits per. It's just we. It's like the random like, oh, here's a clip of a random show, and then, oh, did you hear about LeBron? And then LeBron edit, just a edit of it's like a soundtrack with like music, and it's like a little.
But anyway, so LeBron is doing his thing.
LeBron is playing like a 20-year-old, which is not.
Okay, first you said 30-year-old, now we're at the 20-year-old. Please.
Honestly, he's playing whatever age he feels like playing right now. Honestly, he
Mm.
could be any age he wants to. At this point, it's not. It it's fun to see. It's
Yeah,
honestly fun to see.
mm, that's good. That's nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mm.
Yep. What
Yeah, that's crazy. Hmm?
what LeBron's still playing like he's whatever age he thinks.
Yeah, yeah.
Whatever age, like for some reason, analysts always switch it up. It's like, oh, he's playing like a 25-year-old. Oh, he's playing like a 35. I'm like, what age are we talking, guys? Come on now, get specific at least.
I wonder how much it does like just his determination to play with his son.
I mean,
Mm.
I think at this point, it's just like we might win another championship. So we got to the middle of the season. It's like, yeah, we might win another championship. It's like, oh, okay, I'll keep playing good then. I won't slow down. He's already has the most points ever scored by anyone in the league. So
Really? Mm-hmm.
I think it's at like 46,000 now or something like that.
Wow. Wow, that's impressive. What time span are we talking?
22 seasons, so 22 years pretty
Wow.
much. Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's what you get averaging 22, averaging 25 every game for
Mm-hmm.
22 seasons.
Mm-hmm.
Because he just never slowed down.
You know, I mean, you don't remember this, but well, you do know that from when Michael Jordan played like baseball.
Oh yeah,
Um, yeah, that was a bit odd. I don't know to see
yeah,
that. It makes more sense to be like LeBron to be like playing like you're almost 40 and you're playing like a
yeah.
20-year-old. That makes more sense to me. You know what I'm saying?
It's like, oh, I'm gonna go play baseball. It's like, what? Yeah, I'm just,
Alone the like, I mean, we talk about muscle memory,
yeah,
and baseball is totally different muscles. I mean, maybe there's still
yeah. But it's also like, I don't think he played well either,
Mhm.
from what I remember. I don't think
Mhm.
he played well, and it's probably because
Mhm.
like he got like a celebrity type contract where it's like, oh, he's a pro athlete, he'll be good. But it's like
Yeah.
playing basketball for a majority of your life, and baseball's kind
Yeah.
of like a secondary thing to you now. And you
Yeah.
think you played probably baseball in like high school, but
Hmm.
now you think like the professional level you can match up with your high school. Like it's like it doesn't make sense to me for you like to switch
So,
a sport where you haven't played at the highest level yet or even close to it. Like
playing like practice is different with playing a real game
yeah,
where you have an audience, where there's pressure, especially you're Michael Jordan.
I
So
think
what do you? There's even more pressure. You can't. You
I wouldn't
gotta.
even think
Yeah.
it was the pressure at that point. It's more like these people are
Well, I mean
so
that can affect your ability to play the game good. That's what I
yeah,
mean.
but it's more like
Hmm.
he didn't match up to professional level
Yeah.
because he wasn't good enough to play professional level baseball. He's not a
Yeah.
he's a basketball player, and they're
Yeah.
still two completely different sports. And he
Yeah.
also wasn't physically he's not like physically trained to play baseball. Like his body isn't trained to play. It's basketball.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, I have leg strength, but you're gonna need some really good core strength and arm strength to like hit a home run.
Not only that, I think also the whole like when you hit the baseball, how fast it goes. That there's like
Yeah,
a speed to it. I forgot what that is. You know what I'm
it's
saying?
like yeah,
Like,
the throwing speed. Yeah,
and so that's by itself is like yeah, but interesting choice. I
like the
guess it's
slowest
all good.
pitchers in baseball are like still 90, 95 miles an hour.
Mhm.
So it's like you were going from high school experience, which is like probably 60, 70 to 90 miles an hour. So
Yeah.
and then they're like throwing like weird. They're throwing knuckleballs and change ups and all that stuff, all that terminology. And it's just like it's a different level to this. There's levels to this. It's
But
because
he got his shoes, so he did good on that one.
yeah, yeah,
Isn't he a gazillionaire?
pretty much.
Mhm. Yeah.
Just like LeBron, LeBron the billionaire, billionaire Bron.
Mhm.
Like he doesn't need to play anymore. He doesn't need to. He just does it because he wants to.
But he's still contracted, right?
Yeah, he's technically under a contract, but he can retire at any time he wants to. He can just decide to retire and then it's done. He doesn't have to play till the end of the contract at this point. But if he stays for
If it's
another,
still important, why not?
yeah,
You
and
know.
and since we got Luca now, he's like, oh, I don't have to play on ball as much. So that doesn't mean that means I'm not as tired anymore because I don't have to really dribble. I just kind of sit in the corner, wait for my defender to start looking at Luca, and then I just run and cut. Like that's what he's been doing for the past couple games, where it's just like guys are double teaming Luca, and then he just like y'all left me open. Easy, easy night for LeBron.
Mhm. Mhm.
It's just funny to see because it's like there's some plays where it's like Luca's like posting
Mhm.
up somebody, and then Luca passes it to LeBron because LeBron's just sitting there waiting for it, and then like LeBron's defender starts going towards Luca because he's like, oh, he's gonna do his move, so I have to get close to him, double team. But then he passes to LeBron, and then the guy comes back quickly, and then he starts going back over. And it's like back and forth until someone gets open, and then it's just like, okay, what are you supposed to do here, guys? Coach, tell me what to do. Oh, no, man. I don't know.
Yeah.
I, I didn't game plan for this. I didn't game plan for this back and forth random shot in the middle of the game.
Mhm. Mhm.
It's either we give up a
You mean
or we,
the team?
huh?
The team.
Yeah, the other team. It's just like
Mhm. Mhm.
I don't know, man. Try. That's all I got. We don't really have a defensive game plan for this because we haven't prepared for this. So we're just winning games. It's fun.
Just working on them.
Yeah, chemistry's coming together. People working together.
No more complaints about his weight.
Not anymore. He doesn't look. He
I mean,
still
man,
doesn't look 270.
maybe.
This man does not look 270. He looks like he's 220, 230, which is his normal
I
weight.
mean, like I said, some people almost start. That doesn't mean that they're less athletic. You had shorty. You had short people in the NBA.
He's not. He's
You
not.
had a couple of short,
He
not like 5'9" or 5'11" or something.
no. Most of them are 6 foot.
But you had one.
Yeah, but they're still
He
six
played with
foot.
Kobe.
They look
He played with
short.
Kobe.
They look short. They're 6 foot still. It's funny. Like it seems like they're short, but like if you compare them to a normal person, it's like oh they're still 6 foot. It's like LeBron looks short next to Shaq, of course, but if you really think
Uh,
about it, Kobe's still 6'5". So it's like Kobe still is six. He's still tall. Still a tall guy.
it always trips me out. Like Kevin Hart,
Yeah,
when he's
like
around players, or like even The Rock, how small he is. It's so crazy.
yeah. You're just like they're still tall guys.
Yeah. You're right. Yeah.
Like Kyrie's 6'1". Stephen Curry's 6'2". That's still tall for most
True.
people. It's so
True.
tall.
You're right. And he don't look that tall. You're
Yeah,
right.
he doesn't look it, but he is
Mhm.
tall. LeBron is 6'9".
But then his wife also must be tall, or she's wearing the high heels.
I think I think she's I think she's above average for most females, women.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think she's above average. I think she's like probably 5'9" at least,
Mhm. Yeah.
and then she wears heels
Mhm.
sometimes too. So yeah,
Well, yeah, I never thought about that. Yeah, you're right.
yeah.
Mhm.
These guys are tall, tall people. That's why the NBA only has 240 people in the league at the time at a time because it's hard to find really tall people. But I also think it's like the sport. Like if you're playing it for long enough at a young age, you just grow taller. That's how I feel
No,
it
no, no,
is.
no.
It's like if you play enough basketball, you just naturally grow
Yeah,
taller.
1 6'2", and they're only 16 years old.
Yeah,
So it's not necessarily you keep growing because you're playing.
it could be. That's what I like to
I don't
believe.
think
That's what I like to believe. But I don't think it is. I think it's mostly genetics.
it's
But then
not.
again, LeBron's other son, Bryce, is 6'7" at 17.
Yeah.
So he's still growing a little bit. He could be 7 foot and a dominant monster.
Also has a totally different lifestyle because he probably eats like his father eats. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, probably. Yeah, close to it.
A
Yeah,
lot of performance based, growth based, and
yeah,
also not a stressful life. Stress can also, affect your growth. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
Hmm.
I mean, it's not as stressful. It's probably still stressful because like he's playing basketball. He's following his father's footsteps. So it's like the pressure
Yeah,
wouldn't
but
hit me
it's
great.
there's I've made this distinction between um toxic stress and happy stress.
Oh yeah,
You
like
know what I'm saying?
like
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 you may be
normal.
flying over here, have all the, it's
Yeah,
stress, but it's happy stress because the end results is good.
yeah,
Or giving birth to a baby that you really wanted, it's stress, but then the baby's there, it's happy stress.
yeah, yeah,
Versus this other type of stress where it's just like, you know,
yeah,
just sort of lose it a little bit.
yeah.
Yeah. Hmm. Yeah. But yeah, that's tall, man.
Yeah, just a bunch of tall people playing a sport for tall
And then
people.
eventually his boys is gonna be taller than him.
Most likely, yeah. One of them is.
You know what I'm saying?
Bronny is only 6'1", 6'2", something like that. Around
Don't you
there.
have a daughter too?
Oh yeah, he has a daughter. Yeah, I don't
She's
know.
younger though.
Yeah, she's quite young. I think she's like
Hmm.
maybe 10, 11, 12, maybe something like that. I don't know.
He also has a trans child or no?
No, I don't think so.
Okay.
I think they're assigned genders. Let's try not to get canceled. let's play that game. Let's play that game. Let's try
True.
not to get canceled.
No, no, no. I don't have a problem with trans. I love trans. I love people. I love humanity. Um, I
It's
just
more.
don't like fraudsters. I don't like fraudsters, and I don't like
Yeah,
people that take advantage of the system.
yeah, yeah,
And I like mutual respect and understanding. That's very important.
yeah.
Yeah, 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 yeah. So yeah, that's what's up, man.
Yeah, family of tall people.
That's how I feel now. I look in the mirror. They all like Nico is pretty much my height. Like when you come again, it's gonna be you gonna be the babies. Okay, it's crazy. But not 6'7". Definitely not that.
Yeah, 6'7" is crazy.
Hmm.
I think he is the
Yeah,
tall. He's going to be the tallest out of the family, which is just
yeah,
funny to think about it. Yeah,
yeah,
because
yeah.
Bronny didn't get the height gene comparatively to Bryce. He got the
Hmm.
height. He got the height.
Hmm. Hmm. Hmm.
Because we thought Bronny was going to be tall, and then he just kind of stopped growing. But Bryce is just tall, and he's still
Hmm.
growing. You're like,
Yeah, man.
he's 6'2" now. Yeah, he's 6'2" now.
Yeah, yeah. And what I think is funny, these tall boys, when they have like when they go to their voice change,
Oh yeah,
and then they have the dark voice, and
yeah.
they're like still tall, lanky. I'm like, it's interesting. Mm. Oh, me, I finally found a black barber. Hallelujah. Is there's Tuesday, Friday, and Saturday for Nico.
Thank God.
He's African,
Yeah.
but it's counts the same. I did check. What is a fade? Do you know what a fade is? Nobody knows what it is. They have some other word for it that I forgot what the word is.
Yeah.
I have a very briefly, very soon, he will be visiting this barber.
That's good.
Yeah, I know, right?
Because he definitely needs it.
Mhm. No. So how's the job?
Job, it's the same. It's
Mhm.
it's whatever. Working,
Mhm.
doing it.
Was there any boycotting?
Uh, are we boycotting or people boycotting?
People boycotting.
I think so. There have been less
Really? Was
people.
there less people? I mean, you work at night, but at night you're open like
We're
24
still
7.
open until for like 2 hours before, just 2 hours at the beginning of the shift, and 2 hours at the end, or in an hour at the end of the shift. But there is a
So
lot of
Walmart closes now?
yeah. Walmart closes now. It's not 24/7
Ah,
anymore. Yeah,
for how? Since when is that?
I don't know. I think for a couple of years now, maybe.
Since you've been, since ever since you've been back, it's been like that.
Yeah, since yeah,
So no more at 12 o'clock. All the food stamp ladies and
no,
families in line.
no, no.
That was crazy once a
Get
month.
get your butt get your butt out of here. Go wait till 6. You ain't coming in.
Yeah, that's good.
And even still, there's been a lot less people. We are a
Mhm.
smaller store, but there's still like it's noticeably less people.
Okay. Yeah.
Like on a consistent
Well,
basis.
because they've been talking about on the 28th was supposed to be no just boycotting basically, not going to the
Yeah,
store at all.
on the
Target
28th.
already
I was
they've been Target they've been affected because of the DEI laws.
yeah.
So Target, yeah, they've been having quite some losses, substantial.
28th was yeah. 28th was Friday. Yeah, there was no one. There's no one in the
Yeah,
store
that's
on
what it was.
Friday. But it's been
And
like
that's you know this is always what I've been talking about. Y'all want to make moves like when the gas was so high,
yeah,
gas prices. I'm like, if the whole East Coast don't put gas in the car for for just a day even.
yeah,
And you can do a day. Imagine a week, 5 days, 5 work days.
yeah,
You can all drive together and figure it out. Okay.
yeah,
Oh my gosh. You know how that would be? Instantly. Gas would be back where it used to be when I was in my 20s. 89 cents for a gallon. Under $10. I'd fill up my car once a week. Love that shit. Kia Sophia. On the job, baby. But yeah, so that's impressive. I love that.
even on like
That
like
is the one thing that I want to also kind of add that it was kind of my thought, people that abuse other people.
yeah,
Already they underestimate you because
yeah,
they would never even dare to do this to a person that is, that they consider, superior to them,
yeah,
right? And right there, that's the flaw of the failure, that the potential failure is
yeah,
that they underestimate the people that they
yeah,
victimize.
yeah,
And so it's good to see. I mean, the Democrats definitely gotta get some fire under their ass.
yeah,
However, the people are fired up, and that's a beautiful thing to see.
yeah,
I think that's what it's all about, really, in the end. How do you respond to adversity? Because adversity is always part of life. Sometimes big things happen, then small things happen, but
we can cuss on
how you
here.
deal with it?
We
Hmm?
can cuss on here. It's not like that's a problem.
Ah, okay, okay. I wasn't sure. Well, yeah,
This
because
is
my favorite Kyle Kulinski, that's all he's doing.
you
God
can do
damn.
that. This is just YouTube. It's not like it's like the FCC is gonna crack down on us. It's like, hey,
You don't ever
hey.
know it. You never know. They might come though.
No, it's the internet. They can't do nothing about it.
All right, cool.
They don't have control over us.
But I also want to tell you what I was considering what to do last week.
Hmm.
I wanted to sue Kendrick Lamar
Why?
because up until Thursday, I couldn't let go of the song. And it would start like this. Mustard on the beat, yo. That was the thing. Over and over and over again. And it took me half a day to train myself to stop. And now I'm afraid even talking about it is going to start it back up again because I'm sure it will. But instantly, this time, I will put the halts on it. I will train myself to just let it go because it was too much. It was driving me crazy. It was driving the kids crazy. Do
Uh,
do do do. What's that on the beat, yo? That whole thing over and over again. I was like, dude, I'll sue you. I don't know what this lawsuit is for
torture, I guess.
torture via pleasure or something.
I guess
Intense pleasure or something like that. I don't even know what that would be called.
overstimulation, uh,
Yeah,
loss of wages, or something. I don't know.
loss of wages.
I don't
That
know.
doesn't influence your work
It could,
unless you keep blurting it out randomly, like
unless you're a
somebody who has
therapist,
maybe Tourette's syndrome.
or you're
Huh?
like a therapist, and you just middle session, must it on the beat, ho? Just like what? Oh, sorry, I have a tick.
Mm-mm-mm. But it's kind of hard to avoid that song. I wonder how Drake does it.
Uh, he doesn't.
Because now that it has won even 5 Grammys, you know that song's gonna be everywhere. You know they use it for other commercials and all this stuff like that or whatever.
He doesn't. He
It'll be in
doesn't.
a movie.
It's everywhere.
His favorite movie.
Maybe.
It'll be Fast and Furious 10. It'll be in that movie.
Yeah, it'd definitely be in that movie. It'll be in the credits. Just
But no, that song's not about family though. It wouldn't be in the credits.
nah, it'd be
Has
in
to be
a
something that's about family. Come on now.
it'd be in a Marvel movie in the credits.
Mission Impossible is coming out. The last one, again.
That's crazy. They're finally making the last that series has been going on.
No, that makes me sad.
Final Fate.
But I'm glad it's
Which
finally coming out because
yeah,
the ninth one ended on a cliffhanger. So, I hate
I
that.
feel like they all end on a cliffhanger at some point. There's always the
No,
next thing. There's always the next thing. There's always the next
no.
one, the next mission to do.
Yeah, but they're in the middle of the mission. The mission is not mission complete
Oh,
yet,
okay.
sweetheart.
That's what. Okay, that's how the cliffhanger. Yeah, it makes sense.
I sorry, Tom Cruise. I really love you, but I don't like that you left your daughter for your religion. That's wrong.
Yeah,
Um, but I love Mission Impossible.
I mean, it's not
The
really a
music.
religion. It's more just a cult. You know,
Well, cult religion, fine. Well, cult, yeah, fine,
it's a
fine.
cult. It's a cult.
It's a spiritual practice, though.
It's a cult.
I mean, yes, it's a cult, but still, what they pretend to be, basically.
They pretend to be a religion, which is a cult. That's it. That's just what they. That's the whole thing. They get
But
you into the
isn't our
religion.
Catholics in a way? Isn't that kind of a cult too? If you think about it, they
It's
murdered in
based.
the name of Jesus. They went, they killed like others. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, at one
They
point it was
burned
a
up
cult.
witches. You know what I'm saying?
At one point it was a cult, but now it's kind of a generally
A club
recognized.
for pedos. Club for pedos.
No, it just matters what type of Catholic you are.
Okay, fine. It is. I mean, to each its own. I don't judge. I'm fine.
Like
It's cool.
the reason why Scientology is a cult because it's not like widely practiced, and also they
Because it's a bunch of baloney.
yeah, and they force
And because how they pulled you in one time accidentally, I went there.
yeah they
It
pull
was
you
in
in and they
Amsterdam.
don't
They
allow
almost
you to
didn't let me
leave.
go. I had
They
to promise. The only way I got out there, I had to promise that I was going to call my old grandma and get 3,000 damals German marks from her in
yep
order to give it to them so I can take these classes.
yep that's the only way that's how it's
And
done.
once I finally got out, I was like, thank God.
Yep
And like human, I mean, slavery, basically, what they're
yeah
doing with
basically
these
yep
people by the sea.
yep yep basically
And that was so, even then, I was 20. That to me felt so wrong. I was like,
yeah
never ever again.
it's a cult.
And I used to just like to go into church. I like to go in church and sit there and just relax. But, and so
That
when I walked out, they approached me. So
that's
I just was like, yeah, why not? But no,
see
thank
that's the
God.
reason why like Catholic like regular Catholic like it's not a cult because you
Yeah,
can leave anytime you want. You can
yeah,
they don't there's no one stopping you from leaving. Like
yeah,
hey you
yeah,
gotta You gotta. It's like no, you can just go. I guess. Like I'm not gonna stop you. I'm not gonna
Yeah.
force you to sit here.
But to me, SGI was kind of a cult
Yeah, it could be. Yeah, a little bit. Yeah.
because at least it was abusive to your spirituality or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
Because any teaching to me that just says like only through this way can we achieve, enlightenment. That's not the purpose of this earth, or that's not the
That's
purpose of this
that's kind
life or this existence.
that's kind of
Because there's
all
always darkness.
religions. That's all. That's kind of all religions generally. It's like oh,
Yeah,
this is the
and
only
that to
way.
me,
Except
it makes no sense. It
except
doesn't work
Muslim.
like that.
Except the Muslim, which is like
Based on what? Why you saying that? Based on what?
because most Muslims that I've talked to about their religion have always said
Mhm.
my their families have always taught them to learn about other religions and learn about
Yeah,
other cultures in order to
yeah,
deepen their bond with their religion and
yeah,
understand why I understand why they see the way they see things and things like
yeah,
that. And
yeah,
I'm like,
yeah,
all right, I
yeah,
get that. Makes sense.
yeah, yeah.
And they're like, yeah, your God isn't my God. We have two different gods, but they're
But
whatever,
it's not
whatever.
though.
It's like it's so it gets complicated because then all of them are different because people all of them have different reasons and things like that. But I'm like, okay, yeah, cool. At least it's not as bad as some Christians where they're like, oh, you have to believe in God, and it's like, eh.
Or some Muslim. You have extremists in each
Oh
of the
yeah,
groups. Even you have
yeah.
extremists that are Buddhists. You know what I'm saying?
But like,
So
there's
you
just
always have those, or like
I
whatever
just
the Tennesseans or this anti-abortion law.
yeah,
How is that not forcing women to wear hijab? You know what I'm saying?
yeah, yeah,
And not taking women's rights. You know what I'm saying? You can't drive a car. You
yeah.
can't get education. You can't. This is all like inhibition, reducing women's growth and expression and freedom.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Based on their gender. So,
I think
but
both need
America
to.
also has this in them. Because how
Yeah.
can you say your body, my choice, bruv? No, not when it comes to certain issues. You know what I'm saying?
Um. Yeah, they're just crazy. They're just they're just crazy.
Yeah, yeah. Well, not everything about it is crazy though. There are some
No.
things that do hold value, but everything is just getting so chopped up.
Yeah, I think it kind of got it has gotten away from like the togetherness and
Yeah,
has gone more into if you don't believe what I believe in, then you're wrong and you're a bad person.
yeah.
And that's
And because of social media and most people, I mean, you can find out you can be on a certain feed and it's giving you totally different information. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
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 yeah, yeah. So yeah, it is what it is.
yeah.
It's still exciting these times to be alive and to see all that shit going down. It's like, wow, never in my life have I thought. Uh, and of course, Russia's gonna have a long game. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But China too, because America got powerful for a minute.
Oh, now they're losing all their power rapidly.
America?
Yeah. Oh, you haven't heard? Norway decided to stop. A Norwegian company decided to stop fueling U.S. military ships. So
Whoa,
yeah, there's just
that's
not,
right.
and that's one of our key
And
places
you
to
see, that's
protect.
the whole thing. They were
Yeah,
so in their head and getting high off their plans. What you think the backlash is going to be like?
yeah. I
Everybody's
don't
going
think
to be
they
like
think.
laying back and be like, "Okay, yeah, cool."
We'll let you do
Europe
it.
is like an old country. These are all we used to have kings. When it's not like
Yeah,
you're like a baby country. You need to
yeah,
get your baby act together.
yeah.
Still holding on to racism and all these things. And I
We
mean, yeah,
even covered
Germany
it.
also has issues. Obviously, why would AfD become second place? And
Yeah,
I've been saying it, and I still say it. I mean, I live here. I mean, the numbers, immigration is just crazy. But now that they're cleaning it up, and it's all good. But
Yeah.
a certain amount of immigration, it also provides taxes.
Yeah.
Um, and it's just like I say also again and again, I'm just so shocked that we still have
Also,
racism in this day and time when we know so much,
yeah,
but still racism is alive.
I think it's funny because most right, but almost all right wing people in every country, everything they always say the same thing about immigration, and it's like they're taking our jobs, and I'm like,
Yeah,
mostly they're taking the jobs that you don't want to do. They're taking the janitorial
exactly,
jobs. They're taking the elderly care
exactly,
jobs. They're taking like these
exactly.
jobs that most people don't want to do in our culture.
Yeah,
We don't want to be
yeah,
janitors. We don't want to clean up
yeah,
high schools. We don't want to clean up
yeah,
shit after other people. We don't want to do that.
yeah,
They're taking
yeah.
those jobs. They're not taking like, oh, the
Mm,
high paying 100K a year jobs, obviously.
mm.
They're not taking those jobs. You think they're coming here?
Well, but not the straight up immigrants. That's then the children that go to college and they get good jobs, or
Yeah,
whatever, you know.
that's the
Yeah,
those are the kids that are like either from middle class, no, upper, probably like upper middle class, con- like upper middle class families in their country, rightfully
yeah,
coming here
yeah,
to be like, hey, I can make even more money here and get a better education.
yeah.
It's in China, Asia, all that stuff.
Mm, mm.
Some Nigerians, some Africans, some, yeah. Most of those immigrants are, and most of those immigrants are on visas. So it's like the ones that are taking your jobs are not. It's obviously automation that's taking your job, and not.
Then also, but the just the whole thing with the federal workers. So all federal workers are lazy.
Oh
Like,
yeah,
like wow,
they
all this firing, and then also
so
like people like I don't know why there's Arabs for Trump or Venezuelans for Trump. I don't understand it.
they mom
But if you, yeah,
they fired I think 1,000 people in the FDA, and then the next
yeah,
day rehired them because they were
yes,
like, wait, these are important,
yes,
and they're literally just making
yes,
budget cuts in order to afford
yes,
the
yes,
tax cuts because they can't
yes,
afford the tax cuts. That's the real problem. And they promise
yes.
no tax on income tax
But
and
halt,
tips.
they can't afford for themselves though the tax cuts. It's not for the regular people.
No, now they can't. No, they can't afford the. They can afford the tax cuts for the rich people now, but they can't afford the tax cuts for the regular people that they were promising.
Yeah,
They
yes,
promised tax cuts on income tax and tips, and they
yeah,
can't afford it now, so they haven't pushed
well,
that act forward because it's going to cost them like $1.8 billion just to do it, just to enforce it. It's insane. So they're cutting funding from like a lot of stuff and things like that, and it's like, bro, y'all really don't know what you need doing. Y'all really don't know.
and plus they're just downloading all your personal information. Dodge,
Yeah,
that's my problem. Because they have these computer programs where they can sort you out and you get like merit based payments,
yeah,
where they really can straight up control everything, close your account down. You know what I'm saying? That's not like no, no,
yep,
no, 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 no. But we'll see what happens.
yeah. We'll see.
Uh, like I say, if when things start getting a little bit like too unstable, I get a new sleep couch. I get a bed. Okay, you can sleep there.
That's what I'm. That's hey. If it gets too crazy, I'm coming back. Just know,
Yeah.
one way ticket.
I mean, we have things going on here too, and especially obviously now with all this. Also, like I say, I'm not renewing my passport this year. I should be renewing it, but I'm not even going to waste my time or money or energy because I'm not confident that America is going to remain in the NATO. Not after this whole Zelensky thing, you
Yeah,
know.
most likely not.
And
Most
then
likely
once
not in the
they're
next
not
few
in NATO
years.
anymore, pretty much that's what's gonna be is you're gonna maybe have to choose, you can't be dual citizenship no more. Or at least not me.
A Republican congressman wrote a bill to try and pass so that uh, Donald Trump can run again, and
Yes.
uh, it specifically stated that anyone that has ran who's won two consecutive times can't run anymore. So he's trying to make sure Obama can't run because they're scared if Obama runs that they're
Of
gonna
course.
win.
Of
So it's
Of
like,
course.
I mean, smart move, but it's not gonna get passed.
But the thing is also this man is old.
Oh yeah, it's not gonna get passed
I
anyways.
mean, look at what's going on. I mean, he's not even the president. It's Elon is running shit.
Yeah, realistically, yeah.
So
But it doesn't matter because
will
it's not
he
gonna.
live forever? He'll
It's
be in his 90s, hobbling around.
it
Forget that
doesn't even
shit.
it doesn't even matter. It's not gonna get passed. They need majority vote
No.
because it's like an amendment. It's not like a it's
Yeah.
like a change of the Constitution, which is much harder to
Yeah.
do. So it's probably not gonna get passed in the next
Yeah.
whatever
Yeah.
the next voting session or whatever.
Yeah.
I gotta renew my
Well,
passport too. Gotta
yeah, you're still over there. So go ahead, boo.
yeah, I gotta go do that at some
Yeah.
point. Probably do it tomorrow because
It's gonna cost you money.
probably do it next week
I
though.
think when you do it right then and there, it's like 300. But tomorrow, if there are any people working there, good luck. It's a federal job too.
I feel like I could do it
But you
online.
can do it per post or you can do it per mail in. You
Yeah,
mail it
that's
in.
what I'm thinking. I'm thinking I could do it online. It'll take like 8 months to get here. It'll probably take like 8 months to get here, but it's gonna take a while because
Mhm,
there's less people.
mhm,
Also, almost every international airport in America
mhm.
only has one air traffic controller working at a time. it's, it's insane.
When you come, I'll put you under for months.
Also, I looked at the I was like, oh, since they fired a bunch of people, there's probably a bunch of federal jobs open. Let me go see if I
Yes.
can apply to some, just cause for the fun of it.
Yeah.
And they're all like,
You put it on X though. He was
huh?
looking for people on X.
Yeah, but they're all like super high, computer
Ah,
science
okay.
like degrees and stuff. And I'm
Okay.
like, well, I don't have any of
Mhm,
that, so I
mhm,
guess I just won't apply.
mhm.
You need like computer science, or like you need like 3 years in the military or something.
Have to work for a company like that.
Huh?
That just on a whim kicks you out. You gotta make a pledge of like you gotta make a loyalty pledge to Trump.
Yeah, probably something like that. I
You
could
want to
fake it.
work like that?
I could fake it
And people snitching on each other?
for $100,000 a year. I could fake it.
Okay, fine.
If I get like a
Yeah.
first couple paychecks, I'd do it, and then
Mm.
I'd slowly just stop caring. But the first couple paychecks is like most important.
They have jobs where they're paying 100,000
Yeah, they're paying like 126,000 a year.
doing what?
There's air traffic control. There's some other high, not even high level, like low level, like computer science stuff. There's some other computer stuff. It's a lot of computer stuff, honestly.
My question is,
I was hoping for to become like an FDA agent or something like that. That'd be cool.
how were they thinking? I mean, I don't know much about the job. I
Yeah,
think I watched a movie once about the flight tower.
yeah,
It was a TV show. Anyway, no, it's a movie. Um, they thought it was a good idea to just fire all the people and just have
yeah,
one
yeah,
person.
yeah, yeah.
I mean, people have died. This is what
Yeah.
my thing is. Real
I mean,
people, real
it's probably
families,
it's probably
kids
it's probably because they
have
offered them
died.
they offered them like a $20,000 severance package. So it's like, hey,
No, but no, no, that's not what I'm talking about. It doesn't matter what they offered them. People have died, real people,
oh, they should have offered them.
unnecessarily,
They should.
unnecessarily.
Oh
Just
yeah,
because you want to cut a budget. How many? How much? How
yeah.
many? How much money was that worth to kill all these families? How many planes went down? Nine or
So
something?
far, I think it's five so far.
Still, that's just too many for no reason. Just because it
Yeah,
was a staff. Come on, are you crazy?
I mean one was just random. One was just random. One was because the plane malfunctioned.
And then the audacity to blame it
The
on
other
DEI.
ones,
And to them, when they say DEI, they mean blacks and women.
I think they mean just everyone that's not white. I don't even think it's
Yeah,
specifically blacks. It's just everyone
but
that's
also
not
women.
white
No, because
and
he got
women.
rid of some high ranking
Oh yeah,
military
and
women
women.
as well.
Yeah, yeah.
They don't want women either.
They got
Women are
they
just
got
that. Remember, your body, my choice. Women are just vessels
they
to
got rid
carry
of the
semen and to bring forth life and to cook and to shut the fuck up.
they got rid of the
That's what
head of the
women are there for.
CIA. They got rid of the I think that yeah, the high
All the
military. I think she
all
was
the
the head of the
all the
Navy. I think she was the head of the Navy.
yes,
Like top tier
yeah,
general in the Navy.
yeah,
They got rid of a lot of people.
yeah.
Yeah, this government's not gonna look the same at the end of the 4 years. And it's only been what, 2 months now?
It's not going to
We're only
last
two
for
months
years,
in.
Taz.
We're only two
Taz,
months
it
in.
will not
Damn.
last for years. It will not last for years.
Plenty of other countries have seen worse.
Because no, no, because what is also not happening, even Laura Loomer now is saying, what the is going on?
People
His
people
own
are already
supporters. It's not lasting 4 years. I'm telling you.
people
I'm
are
telling you.
I mean, this
It's
government is
not
not
gonna
lasting
last.
4 years, most likely, because
It's not
people
gonna
are already
last.
getting together to march to the
They're
Washington.
already marching. Have you seen the town halls of the Republican senators and shit?
Oh
How
yeah,
they yelling and saying "shut the fuck" and he's like, yeah,
yeah.
but we got rid of the birthright citizenship thing. Whoa, boo, boo. No, they don't even hold any
Yeah.
more town meetings because it's so negative. Their
Actually,
own constituents are pissed off. People are pissed off,
funnily enough, the birthright citizenship was revoked because again, constitutional amendment, and they can't do it. So they put it in
and
they
they're
try to get it
deporting
passed,
less
but
people
yeah,
than the Biden industry, the Biden administration at the same time. At least that's what they're saying. I don't know if it's
yeah,
true. Point is, it's just cruelty and it's just a bunch of narcissists and psychopaths have a chance right now to rule the world a little bit. But you know what? You know what? Remember this guy Kala, right? That was
yeah,
always bugging the hell out of me, right?
yeah,
And when I realized finally who he is and what he really is,
yeah,
I knew he was never going to leave me alone. And I called the cops, anonymous,
yeah,
not called them. I wrote a message anonymous to turn them in, right? Already, because we had the discussion. When I sent him a message back, he never got the message because he was already locked up by the police.
yeah,
So, yeah, he's been having all this good time since last summer. He's been chilling, women, drugs, rock and roll, music, party, 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 party. But it caught up with him. And now where is he? In Spain, not in Spain, in Italy. He lost all. He lost everything, 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 everything. He made a bad name for himself. He can't even come back to
yeah.
Oxford no more. Yeah. And so, what comes around goes around, and karma's a bitch.
I mean, Elon's
And
doing
oligarchies have not lasted, and it can last in America. Why? Because like Europe, we already been through it.
yeah,
Okay, maybe Germany was the country that lost, but still, all the damage, all the pain, all the suffering,
yeah.
the surrounding countries. So, but America is built upon a whole nother different foundation. You know what I'm saying?
Freedom.
Yes. So the people already have this within them. They're not. They're going to
We're
revolt. They're
already
not going
like
to. They're already they're
we
starting.
don't like taking bullshit from people, and we don't like our
Yes.
freedoms being taken away.
And look at
Apparently,
this already. They're doing. They didn't go shopping all day on Friday. You know what I'm saying? So the people are
yeah.
ready. They know what time it is. They see it.
Oh
They
yeah,
feel it.
we're we're
And who
done
holds the power? The people. The people hold the power still.
because you know where all the money comes
And I
from.
mean,
The
you don't
people.
want to get. You don't want to help people when they have like aid, when they need aid
Yeah,
relief and stuff like that, when they have
yeah,
catastrophes and stuff.
yeah,
Hast du mal den Tassenschrank, Alter? Geht's noch? Ja, brutal. How can you live a life? Look in the mirror.
yeah,
You like what you see? Bro, no.
yeah.
No, 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 no. No
Yeah.
power in the world is worth that.
Nope.
But anyway, the forces of the light and the forces of the darkness are in an intense battle. Who will win this battle? Of course, the forces of the light, because I'm here right now. Got time
Yeah.
for that. Ain't nobody got time for that.
Nope.
Mm. Yeah.
We don't got time for these people.
And now, my dear darling, it's 7 o'clock.
All right.
Do you have an outro? And do you have an intro, darling?
Uh, I'll
Yeah,
make
we
it.
need to work on that.
I'll make it. Don't worry. We'll do it.
Okay, good.
But
How was it today? Much better, yeah?
yeah, much better. Yeah, much. The
Okay.
whole thing clean, good.
Good. And
Yeah.
the light, what you think? Is this
It's
one? Wait, it's a little bit lighter. No, I like this. I
it's
like
like
this
yeah, the warm tone, the warm.
the warm tone, yeah.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Yeah.
Yes. And the next time I'll be even more prepared. What can I say?
Yep. I mean,
I'll be
we're
on
on good
time. I
time.
set the clock. I'm sorry, but dude,
It's
how you
fine.
gonna call? And you're my grown son. Yes, it was booty call, but I don't do that right now. I ain't got time. I'm focused on shit. I finally got my off micro office soft 365 so I can start writing
Yep.
my book. I ain't got time like that. So that's how this happened. Sorry, sweetheart. Okay.
Yep.
I had my phone touch you. And I'm like, I was holding my phone. How did I miss this call? Anyway. So I wish you the best. Have a great week, and I'll talk to you next week. Thank you, everybody. Mwah. Uh, you also will work on an outro, and I'll talk to you next
Yep.
week. Okay.
Yep.
Peace
Bye.
out.
Bye. Hope you enjoyed. And as my mom said, see you next week and peace out.